For the first player that we are talking about is Ceedee Lamb.
Oh, calm down,
And
Danny.
Yeah, calm down, Danny. I didn't give Danny any outline like I usually do before. This is a total surprise. So we're gonna go straight to Danny after I start talking about it. The 2020 Prism PSA 10 Silver Prism, which is a pop 58. Since this card has such a low pop, I am going to be talking about the growth of sales over the last year. Over the last year, this card has seen a rate of growth of 44.06%. The average price in this time was $141.74, the low being at 100, the high at 220, and it's currently at 180. Ceedee Lamb had an exceptional year that he is going to look to add on during the playoffs and hopefully add himself a ring. This year, he broke the Cowboys franchise records for receptions and receiving yards in a single season. He finished the year with 135 receptions, 1,749 yards, and 12 touchdowns. And on the ground, he had 113 yards on the ground and two touchdowns. Danny, what you thinking?
Listen, after hearing all those stats, if you're telling me that he's not at least a top two wide receiver in the league, like I don't know like what to say.
I'll say
He's a
this.
dog. He is a dog, an
I'll say
absolute
this.
dog, and I'm not even being biased about it.
I'm not putting him over Justin Jefferson. I can't do that. I could possibly put him over Jamar Chase. Would you buy him? Would you hold him? Or would you sell him?
I would buy him right now, especially um especially looking at if he's gonna have a somewhat of an identical season, you know. Again, being top three, because you have to put Justin Jefferson in front of him. But no. But I definitely feel like he could finish top three in the league for the next, two, you know, 3 seasons, healthy, fully healthy, and
Really? I could see him going in the next 5, 6 possibly, but then again,
yeah,
these wide receivers
but
can't fall off a cliff. I've seen it with Odell.
yeah,
I'll say this personally about CeeDee Lamb. The Cowboys have one of the largest franchises, one of the largest fan bases in the whole entire country, right? CeeDee Lamb has been amazing. And if they even make a deep playoff run, even if they make the NFC championship, this car is going to go up. If they win the Super Bowl, this card is going to skyrocket up.
absolutely.
Especially if they win it, I would buy CeeDee Lamb, and even if they make it to the NFC Championship, I think you hold it because the Cowboys are kind of like a cult fan base almost. Like you'll find a Cowboys play. You will find a Cowboys fan that will pay for this. And since it's such a low pop, they will probably overpay for this exact card too. Especially if you have a rare
I
CD,
completely agree. I completely agree.
they would overpay. You're more likely to find someone to overpay on a CD Lamb card like this, as opposed to, let's say, like a Mike Evans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, whatever. CD, I would buy CD. I would definitely buy CD and hold them.
I'm not gonna buy him right now because I think there's too much hype right now. It's too late. Your chance to buy him was at the beginning of the season. But I think that if the Cowboys lose at any point, you'll have another opportunity to buy. Either way, I agree with you both that he's at least a hold, right? Because I think even though his value has gone up, I think there's still plenty of room. One thing that's really unique about CD compared to Justin Jefferson and some of these other great receivers is he plays out of the slot. So the NFL rules are designed to help guys like him specifically, right? You can't hit guys over the middle. So you don't have to be this big tough dude getting cracked by safeties and linebackers over the middle. The NFL's they're going to throw a flag if you do that to him. So when you take a guy like him, you put him in the middle of the field, now he can go left, right. He's got so much more room to work with. It's going to be really hard to stop a guy like that. And we've seen it with like Keenan Allen. He's another one. Difference between Keenan Allen and CeeDee Lamb, aside from talent, Danny, don't get mad. I'm not comparing them talent
No,
wise. But what I am comparing them is positionally. Keenan Allen's a guy you expect to see a while because he plays out of the slot. You know what I mean? So I think that makes his situation unique. Justin Jefferson playing on the outside, yeah, you're gonna moss more people, but at the same time, speed is going to hurt you a little bit more. Whereas out of the slot, even if you lose a little bit of speed, we saw it with all the Patriots slot guys. The quickness can keep you in the game as long as you have those quick cuts and you can work with the field. And not to mention quarterbacks, way easier for quarterbacks to throw it to slot guys and tight ends because there's just less distance between them. So that was a little bit of just a football rant in general, but I agree with you guys on the hold part. I wouldn't literally buy him this minute because there's nothing but, it's either all or nothing. It's either he wins the Super Bowl and you make money, or he gets eliminated at some point and you break even if you're lucky. Whereas I think Cowboy fans are also very emotional. So if the Cowboys do lose, I think you will see a little bit of a dip in the market. Cowboys fans, they're going to be crushed if the Cowboys lose. They're going to be crushed, and there'll be an opportunity to buy. Either way, hold them if you got them, because I do think the value is going to go up. I think Ceedee's got a lot of years left, and as long as the Cowboys keep him, I don't see their number one receiver changing anytime soon.
And the fact that he gets drafted and gets 88, that man is on one. You know that he's going to be great. Having that number on the Cowboys, that's just a ballsy move, and he lived up to it. Lived up to that number.
Has Dak?
I don't even think it's a ballsy move.
Good game this year without Ceedee Lamb having a good game this year.
Honestly, I don't even think it was a ballsy move. I think Jerry just straight up gave it to him, if I'm not mistaken. I think Jerry was just like, yeah, here's 88. I don't even know if Ceedee wanted 88. I think Jerry just gave it to him.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, as a Giants fan, I don't like the Cowboys. I hate the Eagles more, but with the Cowboys, I do have a respect for the Cowboys and some of the ways that they conduct business. I do have a respect for, specifically with the retired numbers, especially with the 88. I think that's cool as shit, where it's all right, you got Michael Irvin that wore 88, then you got Dez, and now you got Ceedee, and then whoever's the next great wide receiver will wear it after him. That's cool. I think that's
like a
cool.
Crown. It's like you are dubbed our number one guy.
Yeah.
It is cool.
88 club.
Yeah, no, it's definitely fire. Definitely fire.